I was asking him, if he would ever have any more kids. And he was like, no, man, honestly, I possibly have another child out there. I was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah, this girl I used to date way back, she gave this baby up for adoption and never got to, see it because he didn't know if it was a girl or boy.
After finding out she was adopted, Ms. Diaz has been on a 30-year journey to find her biological father, but her loving adoptive mom is scared she'll just get her heart broken again.
You've petitioned the court for the results of a DNA test, but you claim your adoptive mother, Ms. Mendoza, is trying to stop you from discovering the truth. Mrs. Mendoza, you state you doubt whether your adopted daughter has actually found her biological family. You say you fear today's results will just leave her heartbroken.
Her loving adoptive mom says she was told she could never have kids, so when a friend's husband got his mistress pregnant and neither wanted the baby, she stepped in to give her a home.
I was 20 years old. I was told that I was not ever going to have children. The opportunity arose for me to be able to raise a child. One of my ex-husband's best friends came and told us that he had gotten his mistress pregnant, her biological mother. She came to live with us. We came to the agreement. I was to raise this child. I was going to love her unconditionally. She was my...
The search was so hard. For her 15th birthday, she didn't want a party. She just wanted to meet her biological mother to get some answers.
How did that come to be?
When Leah Selda was about to turn 15, I had come to her and approached her and told her that it was time to start making preparations for her quinceañera, which is like a coming out party from transitioning from a child to a woman. Well, I was devastated when she told me that she didn't want a quinceañera, that what she wanted for her 15th birthday was to meet her biological mother.
Years later, a man named Carnell Honeycutt Jr. replied to an old online ad she posted. He said he thought they might be brother and sister.
I put an ad out searching for my biological father. I didn't get a response right away until July of 2013. The one who replied was Carnell Honeycutt Jr. And he told me that he felt like we were related, that we may share the same father.
How did he find her? He was talking to his dad, who was in jail, and his dad confessed that he might have another child out there that was given up for adoption.
Ever have any more kids? And he was like, no, man, honestly, I possibly have another child out there. I was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah, this girl I used to date way back, she gave this baby up for adoption and never got to, see it because he didn't know if it was a girl or boy.
The dad in jail was so excited. He was mad at the biological mom for never telling him, saying if he had known, he would have taken care of my own child.
I told him, and he was excited, but he was really upset, disappointed at, the woman that he was with at the time. He was really mad because he was like, I would have known this, I would have taken care of my own child.
So
he even sent a letter from jail. It said, I don't need a DNA test to know. You're my daughter, and I just know it.
Almost have closure to the unanswered questions you wanted for so long. The photos I received of you clearly shows that you have the Honeycutt genes. In my heart, I always knew I had a child out there, but could not prove it. I don't need a DNA test to know you're my daughter, and I just know it.
But Ms. Diaz's adoptive dad is angry. He's been there for her whole life and just wants this painful search to stop so his wife won't be so upset.
Kind of makes me angry. We've been there for her all this time, and especially it upsets my wife. I just wanted to quit because every time she does that, it hurts my wife a lot. And not only that, it hurts the other kids that we got. And every time it doesn't come out the way she wanted, it hurts her too. I just want this to stop.
Judge Lake has the results. Will this woman who has searched her whole life finally find her family, or is this another dead end?
Probability of siblingship is 0.6%. Biological parents. You're Ms. Merchant, and your name?
I'm Patrice Hansen.
So, Ms. Merchant, you were married to Mr. Hansen. At the time that Miss Percival was conceived.
Yes, I knew that she was born. I knew she was his when she was born.
But his excuse is a shocker. He says he was married to another woman at the time, and his daughter with his wife was born just 1 month after Miss Percival.
Why is it you deny her?
I was married with another woman at the time. There's no way. Me and the other woman that I was in a relationship with was having a baby, and I don't cheat.
Oh,
when I'm
yeah.
with somebody, I stay with somebody. I just got out of a 20-year marriage. I was with the woman 20 years, never cheated on her.
You're in a marriage, you say you never cheated on your wife.
Yeah, that's right.
Ms. Percival's mother, Charlene, says that's a total lie. She claims he was running back and forth between her and his wife, Trossie.
And then I had met somebody too, and I was sleeping with him. And then he was going back and forth to Tracy.
But Mr. Hansen insists he would never cheat on Trossie, ever, and even offers to take a lie detector test to prove it.
I'll take a lie detector test. I would never cheat on Tracy, ever.
He claims he didn't even know Ms. Percival existed until she was 12 or 13 years old. The mom says she told him, but he just denied her.
No, I didn't take off.
No,
I
yes,
was
you did.
refused to eat my daughter.
No, you refused
But I
yourself.
never got to, I didn't even know she was even around at 12 or 13 years old. I didn't even know she existed. That
No,
I even knew
no,
that she was
no.
around. Yeah, I don't want to hear
No.
that.
And were you clear with him when you were pregnant, this is your child?
Yes, I did tell him, and he told me no, I wasn't.
Surprise! The other woman is his ex-wife, Trossie, and their daughter, Treyasa. Trossie says she knew he was cheating because their daughters were born just 28 days apart.
You're Ms. Merchant, and your name?
I'm Patrice Hansen.
All right. So, Ms. Merchant, you were married to Mr. Hansen. At the time that Miss Percival was conceived.
Yes, I knew that she was born. I knew she was his when she was born.
Now Mr. Hansen drops another bomb. He says his wife cheated on him with his older brother. He claims that's why he doubts their daughter is even his.
You're also denying that Miss Hansen is your daughter.
50-50 chance.
Yeah, no.
Me while we were married with
Your
my
Honor.
older brother. And I didn't even find this out until 5 years after we were divorced, that rumors were going around that she'd slept with my brother. I confronted my brother and he told me yes, he did.
His daughter Treyasa is heartbroken. She says he told her when she was just 11 that her uncle might be her real dad.
He did tell me that he thought that my uncle or somebody in the family was my father.
When did he tell you this?
Could be, I said.
Probably around 11.
When
10
you
or
were
11.
11? So you grew up not knowing if your father, the person you thought was your father, or your uncle,
Yeah.
was your biological father.
Now for Ms. Percival, the daughter he's denied for 31 years. Is this cheater who lied to everyone her real dad after all?
When it comes to the paternity of Ms. Percival, Mr. Hansen, you are her father. Was that because he was with you or because you all made a decision? Was it a three-way consultation?
No, Your Honor. He was there at the birth. I felt like Nathan wasn't even ready if it was his own son because he didn't have a job. He didn't have a vehicle. He still lived with his parents, his aunt, somebody.
This family tree is a total mess. Two first cousins, Cordell and Nathan, are in court because one of them is the father of baby Arrow, and their own mothers are identical twins.
She's one of the identical twins, submitted a statement to the court. The other identical twin.
The man who thinks he's the dad, Cordell, has a super strong bond with the baby. He says the baby smiles and crawls to him as soon as he gets home from work.
I come home from work, he smiles, crawls over to me. I leave, he cries until she comes home. He's just like my little buddy.
But he's also happy for his cousin. He says if the baby turns out to be his cousin's, he'll be happy because it would be his first child.
But at the same time, I'm happy because it'd be his first. And I'm happy for Kayla regardless because me and her had our miscarriage.
But the men's aunt is in court and she's spilling the tea. She says the baby mama tells one cousin he's the daddy, then turns around and tells the other one he's the daddy.
What do you know about this man?
I do know that she tells Nathan all the time, "You're the daddy." Then she'll go back to Cordell and say, "You're the daddy."
The drama at the hospital was real. The mom says she had an emergency C-section and Nathan didn't show up because he had no transportation.
I was told that she had a doctor's appointment that day and I told her to keep me updated, and I had no transportation. She went under emergency C-section and...
So who's on the birth certificate? It's Cordell. She says she put him on it because Nathan didn't have a job or a car and wasn't even ready to be a dad.
Oh, you put Mr. Nicola on the birth.
Signed it, yes.
Was that because he was with you or because you all made a decision? Was it a three-way consultation?
No, Your Honor. He was there at the birth. I felt like Nathan wasn't even ready if it was his own son because he didn't have a job. He didn't have a vehicle. He still lived with his parents, his aunt, somebody.
The judge calls her out. She wasn't picking the biological father. She was picking the best father for her baby.
So you picking the best father. You're not picking the biological father, you picking the best father.
The poor other cousin Nathan is heartbroken. He feels like she pushed me aside for him to be the dad, and it ripped my heart out.
It just really ripped my heart out because I thought she loved me more than to do that. But then again, I mean...
You thought she loved you more.
Not enough to... Not that she wouldn't have done that to me.
When you say done that to me, can you explain?
That she just basically pushed me aside for him to be the dad is what I feel.
The judge perfectly breaks down the drama. Nathan, the little brother, fell for his idolized big brother's girl, and now she's she's chosen the big brother over him.
I just got it. That's your brother, but you the big brother. He idolizes his big brother. His big brother had a girl. Girl was beautiful. When my big brother does things she doesn't like. And now she's keeping my baby away from me because now she really wants to be with my big brother, so they've taken my baby and made a family.
The DNA results are here. Which one of these cousins is the real father of baby Arrow?
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Nicola.
No, then my boyfriend.
Were there multiple men you were sleeping with during the time of conception?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you know when you got pregnant, you did not know who the father of your child was?
Yes, Your Honor. But at the hospital, it was only one other person that I knew who came with us was my boyfriend. But I met him when I was already 5 months pregnant.
In this truly heartbreaking case, Ms. Alexander is in court to fulfill her late son, Nicholas's final wish, to get a DNA test for a baby he was never sure was his.
You and your daughter are here today because your son contacted Paternity Court. He was seeking a DNA test on a baby he was unsure. Sadly, just 2 weeks later, he died in a tragic accident.
The grandma claims it was even worse. She says Ms. Jackson told her there were several other men and that 2 other guys were at the hospital waiting to see the baby.
William was first born, the child was first born. She said that it was other men. It was 2 other guys.
That's not true.
There, and when the baby was born, they looked at it and looked at it, and they said it didn't look like them, and they dabbed each other and they left.
Ms. Jackson denies this, saying the only other person at the hospital was her new boyfriend, who she met when she was already 5 months pregnant.
Were there multiple men at the hospital baby was born?
No, then my boyfriend.
Were there multiple men you were sleeping with during the time of conception?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you know when you got pregnant, you did not know who the father of your child was?
Yes, Your Honor. But at the hospital, it was only one other person that I knew who came with us was my boyfriend, but I met him when I was already 5 months pregnant.
Even with all the doubt, Nicholas was so excited when the baby was born. A picture shows him happily holding his potential son for the very first time.
I do have a picture of him holding him when Will came out after I got done holding him.
He was excited when the baby
And
came
when
out.
he first came out, as I was holding him, he was telling me to hurry up so he can get him.
So he was excited to hold the baby for the first time.
I do have a picture of him holding my baby.
Ms. Jackson says she tried to get a DNA test the day the baby was born, but the hospital said no, and Nicholas wasn't willing to go through child support to get one done.
You know, got a paternity test for William.
I did try to get a paternity test the day Will was born, but the hospital told me we had to go to another place. And I tried taking him to that place, but he wasn't willing to do that with me. Because I had to open up a case with child support against him for me to take that DNA test.
Tragically, just 2 weeks before he died, he finally agreed to go with her to the child support office, but they couldn't get the test done that day.
They hooked up to go to child support, but they couldn't do it. I had talked Nicholas into doing that because I said, I don't believe he's yours.
The grandma reveals a painful secret. Nicholas had been tricked before by another woman who claimed her baby was his when it wasn't, which is why he was so scared.
And Nicholas had a previous relationship, and the girl told him the child was his, and it turned out it wasn't.
And they were actually in a relationship.
And they was in a relationship, not no fly-by-night. That was a fly-by-night relationship.
In a sweet moment, it's revealed that Nicholas loved the baby so much, he named him William after his own grandfather.
Nick actually named my baby.
William is named after my grandfather.
That is an interesting piece of information. Why would your son give Miss Jackson's son your grandfather's name?
Judge Lake has the results. Is baby William the last living piece of a young man gone too soon, or will this family's heartbreak continue?
It has been determined that Mr. Nicholas Alexander is not the father.
After 18 years of being her dad, Mr. Bell is suddenly denying his daughter, Tiana. Why? Because her mom once lied and said her other kid was his, but a DNA test proved she was a liar.
You're sorry this hurts, Ms. Others, but you may not be her father. You state that the plaintiff's mother fraudulently claimed you fathered another one of her children, and now you believe she's lying again.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's so shady. When the judge asks if he really ambushed his daughter at McDonald's, he first says probably, then I can't recall that, before finally admitting it.
Mr. Bell, if you forget a fact like that, your credibility is shot.
No. because that wasn't a topic of conversation when I met her at McDonald's. When we did talk about it, it was not at McDonald's.
The mom, Mary, admits she did have another baby that wasn't his, claiming she told him there was another man involved. He says that's a impulsive lie.
But he also knew that there was a possibility that there was another man involved. Told both of them it's a possibility it could be Kevin and a possibility it could be the other. And that's why I got the paternity test done, because I wasn't sure.
Liar.
Enter Grandma McKnight. She calls the mom a low-down, filthy liar, 4 kids, 4 baby daddies, and says she's been a bad influence.
Because she's such a liar, Your Honor. She is such a low-down, filthy liar.
And she don't even know.
Did you have any doubts at that time?
No doubts at all, Your Honor. No doubt. Only when the baby was born, the little boy.
So you don't doubt her?
I don't doubt
you.
Your Honor.
Believe that she's your son's child?
I believe there's a possibility, yes.
The family feud is real. Tiana says her grandma was never in her life and is a manipulator. Grandma says Tiana is just very disrespectful.
No, she has not, Your Honor.
No, I
only
haven't.
because she is very disrespectful.
Oh,
she goes around
I'm
talking
disrespectful?
about everybody, including her son.
I'm your grandmother. You're supposed to respect me.
No.
I'm your grandmother. You're supposed to respect me.
If you
Okay, thank
disrespect
you.
me, I'm gonna disrespect you.
Tiana's pain is real. She says every daughter needs her father, and she never had that, which led her down a tough path in life.
I didn't have that father figure to come tell me right from
I go
wrong.
downtown. No. I go downtown, and I see them downtown.
Ultimate threat. Tiana admits she posted on Facebook that if he is her father, he will never see me or my son again because he's hurt her so much.
No, it's not. Yes, I did say that.
And you posted on Facebook that he will never
I
see
did.
you
Yes,
or the baby.
I sure did.
Okay.
I sure
Why?
did.
Did you post on Facebook exactly?
I told him after this results come out, whether he is or he isn't my father, he would not see me or my.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will this 18-year-old lie be exposed, or is he actually the dad he's always been?
In the case of Others versus Bell, as it pertains to 18-year-old Tiana, Mr. Bell, you are not.
I knew it!
Tiana's father.
Thank you!
I knew it!
This couple's engagement is totally on the line. Mr. Watson says if the DNA test proves he's not the dad of 4-year-old Kevin, the wedding is off.
You say today's results will determine the future of your relationship.
It will. I've known her since we were kids. We need to get these results because, we are engaged and I would like to marry her and I really hope this is my son.
And you say the relationship's on the line, meaning if the results don't turn out the way you would like, the relationship?
It's out the window, Your Honor. It's over with.
His biggest reason for doubt? He was away for a while, and when he came back, he found out she had 2 other men living in their house.
And so you were away and you came home. What did you find when you came home?
She had 2 men staying with her and they were showering her with gifts and...
Her weak excuse for the 2 roommates? She had no job, so she let close family friends stay to help with bills. She swears nothing was going on.
Miss Mahoney, did you have 2 men living with you?
Yes, ma'am.
You did?
I had no job. I had nothing to fend for myself. They were close family friends and they just wanted to help help them. I agreed to let them stay, and if I needed a toilet paper down, anything, they would help provide it.
And so were you providing them with anything besides a place to stay?
A bedroom.
But Mr. Watson says one of those men admitted to getting with her. When he tried to confront her about it with the man present, she refused.
Are you sleeping with?
Yes, Your Honor. He said yes.
There's been many girls doing it to the same. We have a problem where there's lots of people that were in our life trying to split us up.
So he said he was having sex with Miss Mahoney?
Yes.
You confronted her about that?
Yes, Maul.
What
and
did
when
she
I
say?
asked him, I told him we can go together in front of this person and ask them, and he doesn't
But when
want
I
to.
say let's go in front of him, she never does.
Then a friend of hers dropped another bomb on him. She allegedly called him and said Ms. Mahoney was with multiple men and guys were crawling through the window late at night.
A friend called me one day and was like, I want to tell you everything. And she basically told me everything, the friend told me how she was sleeping with multiple men, plus the 2 staying with her, and how men were crawling through the window late at night, get them.
Why would I have to have somebody crawl through a window?
But here's the crazy twist. Ms. Mahoney says that so-called friend was just lying because she had also gotten together with Mr. Watson under a bridge.
And this is what her former friend told you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I just found out they had sexual intercourse under a bridge, okay? Under a bridge.
He denies it at first, but when the judge presses him, Mr. Watson finally admits he did have contact with her best friend.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman in any kind.
We've heard that before.
Right.
Was there sexual contact?
Yes, Your Honor.
Plot thickens. She claims they already took a DNA test through the state, proved he was the father with 99.9% certainty.
And we got DNA.
You took a DNA test?
Yes, ma'am. I went and was on government assistance and child support. We have to comply with them. And they asked me who the father was. I told them who he was, and he ran from all the things. And finally, they found him and had him go up there and take the DNA.
What did the DNA test say?
99.9%.
But he thinks those results were fake. He says it took 7 to 8 months to get them, and that her friend has a history of forging papers.
I even posted it on Facebook.
Because, well, I didn't see no government stamp on it. And when she showed me it, quote me on this if I'm wrong, when I read it, it read like 99
As the black population in America, that he's 99.
7-8 months just to get here, and there was no
like 7 to 8 months.
They couldn't find him.
Judge Lake has the envelope that will decide their future. Is Mr. Watson the father, or is their engagement about to spectacularly blow up in the courtroom?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Watson, you are the father.
See? I love you.
He's too light for one. You know, the ginger hair, and then like the way his head is shaped. And what I'm showing, the way my head is built with like a roller coaster. You know, it has a lump in the middle. You know, most of my kids, they have that. All of them. As you can see, mine is the same way. As for little Daryl, his head is more flat, and his hair is ginger, like a reddish hair. I've never had that in my family.
This grieving couple's marriage is crumbling. Mr. Wells denies their 2 living children because of rumors and his own wild theories, while they should be mourning their deceased son.
Mrs. McDaniel, you opened your case today in hope of salvaging your marriage with the defendant. You claim you two have suffered a great loss and should be grieving, but instead, due to rumors, your husband is denying your 2-year-old daughter, Ava Wells, and 18-month-old son, Daryl Wells.
Their meet cute is one for the history books. He actually sent his 5-year-old nephew over as a tiny wingman to get Ms. McDaniel's phone number for him.
We met, he was with his sister, and it was at a convention center, and he tried to get his 5-year-old to give me his number, and I was like, no, you asked.
A 5-year-old?
He called me friend.
It was my nephew. I seen that she spoke with my sister and them, so my nephew knew her, so I asked my nephew to go.
Your nephew was 5?
Yeah, at the time, he was 5.
So he would call me, hey friend, and I'd be like, hey friend, you know.
I sent my nephew over to ask for her phone number.
His doubt was originally sparked by his meddling ex-girlfriend, who called him out of the blue to warn him his new wife was a thought and the baby wasn't his.
You've heard rumors that your wife is with someone else.
That my kids belong to somebody else.
And who told you that?
My ex. She was like that Megan is the thought of the place where they work at.
But this is your wife she's talking about.
Yes, yes.
So she just decides she's gonna call you out the blue and tell you your wife is a thought.
His suspicion exploded after seeing her at a club where another man stuck his whole hand up her dress and he was smacking her butt.
But he might be thinking of this time we went to a club. This is another reason he probably, don't think it's his kids, because I was in a club with my friend and I was dancing on my friend. The guy spanked me.
And so, Mr. Wells, you saw this happen?
Yes, but the guy, as he starts dancing and twerking, he stuck his whole hand up her dress and he was smacking her butt.
In a moment of pure cruelty, he admits he has told their 2-year-old daughter, Ava, I ain't your daddy, and then tried to lamely claim it was just a joke.
He has told my daughter, I'm not your daddy, go find your daddy.
What?
I did not say that.
Mr. Wells, what did you say?
I probably told him, like, I ain't your daddy. Like, meaning today. Just a joke, though. I just playing with him.
No, that's not a joke. Because if you were playing, you wouldn't be in this courtroom.
The mystery deepens. The birth certificate for their son, Daryl, is suspiciously missing Mr. Wells' name, even though they were married when he was born.
Clearly see, I'm labeled as Ava's father. I'm not on the birth certificate of him.
But you two were married at the time.
Yes, and he was there for the delivery. He was the only one in the delivery room.
Why leave his name off of this birth certificate?
I don't know, Your Honor. I mean, I can't sign it. Obviously, he didn't. That's the proof.
So, Mr. Wells, you feel like there's some part of this that was intentional on your wife's part?
Yes.
He even shamefully calls his 18-month-old son his little white boy because the baby has ginger hair and is too light.
And then it's his skin tone. He got ginger hair and he's too light.
Well, I mean,
now,
his mother is white now.
I mean, but
Your Honor, he calls him white boy. That's not acceptable.
He calls him what?
White boy, and that's not acceptable.
I call him my little white boy.
The most bizarre proof ever. He presents a courtroom exhibit claiming he has a roller coaster head. All his other 5 kids have it, but Daryl's head is suspiciously flat.
He's too light for one. The ginger hair, and then like the way his head is shaped. And what I'm showing, the way my head is built with like a roller coaster. You know, it has a lump in the middle. You know, most of my kids, they have it. All of them. As you can see, mine is the same way. As for little Daryl, his head is more flat and his hair is ginger, like a reddish hair. I've never had that in my family.
Despite his unhinged theories and hurtful jokes, he tearfully admits he loves these kids deeply and wishes nothing more than for them to be biologically his.
Mr. Wells, I can see that this makes you very emotional.
Yes, it does.
What are you feeling in this moment?
It's unexplainable. I feel lost, especially without that little boy. I wish that these kids be mine. You know, I want nothing more than that. Even though I do say my little joke names to them, believe me, I love them.
Well, I'm hard on you because children are precious beings.
The courtroom waits for the final verdict. Will this man's wacky genetic theories be proven right, or is he about to get the shock of his life twice?
It has been determined by this court. Wells, you are the father.
When I had gotten pregnant, we were separated. He was with another lady. So every time he comes over, he don't know how to keep his hands to himself. Even if I'm in a relationship, he still does it. As soon as my friend turns his back, he touching on. And I tell him, you know, don't do that. But while I'm separated, I do love him with all my heart. Everything in me loves him.
Mr. McCarroll came over and touched you, and then you got pregnant.
Ms. Bryson is here to prove Mr. McCarroll is her son, Zylan's dad. But he's 100% sure he's not and wants his last name taken off the baby ASAP.
Ms. Bryson, you have dragged the defendant, your ex-boyfriend, Mr. McCarroll, into court today because although you admit to having sex with more than one man, you are here with that Mr. McCarroll is the father of your 18-month-old son, Zylan McCarroll.
She claims their entire relationship failed because he has whorish ways and is always cheating. He just claims he was trying to avoid this exact paternity drama.
We're not working on getting anything back in track because Mr. McCarroll, he has whorish ways. He wants me to be a whore like he is, and I'm not that type of person.
Mr. McCarroll, you want her to be a whore like you are?
No, Your Honor. I have no idea where Ms. Bryson gets that from.
Are you just trying to say he cheats on you a lot?
Yes, every time we're together, he cheats. I wanted us to get married.
Her proof he's a cheater? Anytime he doesn't immediately answer his phone, there is the woman involved, and she even swears his best friend helps him cheat.
I called him, he didn't answer, and I know him. Anytime he don't answer the phone, it's a woman involved. And sure enough, it was. His friend, his best friend still to this day, they cheat together. They do everything together, okay?
His bizarre defense for being shady? She got mad at him for being too quiet while he was downstairs trying to read a Rick James autobiography.
I was reading, I believe it was Rick James autobiography some years ago. As you can imagine, that is a very interesting book. She upstairs with the baby. I'm downstairs because I'm trying to read the baby. Crying and whatnot.
I finished the story.
I'm reading the book. She come downstairs huffing and puffing. I've been downstairs too long. I'm too quiet.
The messy conception story. They were separated, and she was with a new man. But McCarroll came over to get his hair braided and was touching on me, leading to a hookup.
When I had gotten pregnant, we were separated. He was with another lady. So every time he comes over, he don't know how to keep his hands to himself. Even if I'm in a relationship, he still does. But while I'm separated, I do love him. I want all my kids to be his.
So you were with another man?
Yes, I was.
In a relationship, then Mr. McCarroll came over and touched you, and then you got pregnant.
Surprise! The other potential father, Mr. Perkins, takes the stand. Is he the one who got Ms. Bryson pregnant during her break from Mr. McCarroll?
All of this doubt centers around this other man you were with.
Yes.
He's here, and I want to hear. Jerome, will you please escort him in the courtroom?
But Mr. Perkins says he doesn't believe he's the father because Ms. Bryson told him she was 99% sure that McCarroll was the dad.
Do you believe you are Zylan's biological father?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Why?
Because at the same time she was with me, she was messing around with him and lost my train of thought just thinking about the stuff.
It makes you upset?
Yeah, because I found out that she was messing around on me. So she told me she was 99% sure that he was the father. And
the timeline is an absolute disaster. She admits she slept with Mr. Perkins. Then just 2 days later, she hooked up with Mr. McCarroll.
Well, we slept together also on April the 26th. That's the day that I split up with him. I split up with him. It don't make it right. I know that.
You split up with Mr. Perkins, and then 2 days later, you slept with Mr. McCarroll.
Judge Lake has the results for two potential fathers. Is it the Rick James reading Mr. McCarroll or his ex's other lover, Mr. Perkins?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Perkins, you are not the father.
They do good at
but
tax
let you
time.
tell it you paid our rent for 5 and 6 months.
So that's when I was staying with you when you were over on Tuckasegee. And as soon as I moved out, y'all got me because you couldn't
because you
continue to
gave
pay
me a
the rent.
bounce check.
No, I didn't give you a bounce check.
We were in a bond.
I canceled $400 of it check, but I had to take 4 of it to move out of your house because I got tired of living in the situation.
This mother-daughter showdown is absolutely explosive. Mom isn't here for a DNA test. She's suing her own daughter for nearly $4,000 in alleged unpaid loans.
Ms. Scott McCrae, you are suing your daughter for $3,900 in unpaid loans.
Yes, Ron.
The daughter's wild defense? Her mom is just a pathetic old lady who can't hang on to her man and is secretly jealous and wants her husband toy.
Yes.
You say that your daughter's husband is a deadbeat and you wish she'd leave this man and get off the system. Miss Scott, you say your mother was an addict when you were younger and now tries to act holier than thou. You believe that your mother is jealous of you and wants your husband.
To prove her insane theory, the daughter has forced her own mother to take a lie detector test to find out if she's secretly trying to steal her man.
Miss Scott, you petitioned the court for a lie detector test to know once and for all if your mother wants your man.
Yes.
Mom's proof the husband is a total deadbeat? She once witnessed him eat cereal multiple times in one night, and then he drank all the milk.
Why are you calling your daughter's husband a deadbeat?
If I have 5 children depending on me and they need things in the morning to sustain them while they're at daycare, and this man,
What's the things they need?
I was sleeping in their den. I watched Toy one night particularly. He went into the kitchen 3 or 4 times, and the whole night he was eating cereal.
The daughter claps back that her mom gave them a bounced check for rent, which got their family of 9 evicted. Mom says she had to take the cash to escape their chaos.
They do good at tax time.
Tell that you paid our rent for 5 and 6 months.
So that's when I was staying with you when you were on Tuckasegee. And as soon as I moved out, y'all got me because you couldn't continue to pay the rent.
Bounce check.
No, I didn't give you a bounce check.
We were in a bind.
I canceled $400 of it. Mike had an $800 check, but I had to take 4 of it to move out of your house because I got tired of living in the situation.
Daughter then accuses her own mother of sowing her royal oats and having relations on the couch where her 7 grandchildren could have walked right in on her.
Now, at the end of the year, we got in the bind. Oh, she met this man. Now, she's acting like a little high school girl while she was living with us, sleeping with him in the house. Like one morning, we getting the kids ready for daycare. If Toy wouldn't have walked in the living room, the kids would have seen her full moon.
I don't know if I want to know, but
having sex
with the children.
Having sex.
You're right.
But mom has her own dirt. She claims the deadbeat husband was once caught completely naked with another woman and almost lost a thumb in the ensuing chaos.
You really don't like your daughter's husband.
I don't respect him.
So your daughter, has he gotten anything right? Has he been faithful?
If she doesn't respect him, Your Honor,
my
then
daughter
why
has
is she
actually
always
come
touching
home
on him?
from the hospital and caught her husband naked in their house with another woman.
The daughter claims her mom is so obsessed with her husband, she once gave him a slobbery kiss on the cheek. Is grandma really this thirsty for her son-in-law?
About the day when we was in the home having a couple of drinks, Your Honor, she's about to leave. I walk her out to her car. Now, she got in her car, crank it up, so of course, something just told me to, just look back out the door. She done got out her car, walked up to our car where Toy was sitting and kissed him on his cheek. A slobbery kiss. If he would have turned his face, that would have been tongue kissing.
The husband, Toy, finally speaks. He confirms his mother-in-law is always touching his chest and pouting, and he thinks she has a little crush and a little mental problem.
She always touching me on my chest.
What chest?
She always pouting on me. She always saying, do more than I can't. My son or the man I'm sleeping with come and do things.
God.
What? Came out the blue one day to even come and get me to come and pick up a tent for her.
A $30
that
tent.
Man she's sleeping with in the same.
Put that tent up.
The courtroom is on edge for the final verdict. Is grandma a Jekyll and Hyde man-stealer, or will the lie detector prove her daughter's accusations are just trash?
Ms. Scott McCrae, you were asked, have you ever made any sexual advances towards your son-in-law, Toy? You said no.
No.
And the lie detector determined that was the truth.
Yes, it was.
Ms. Scott McCrae. Mr. Patrick, in your court papers, you specified that you also had additional doubts. They're specifically around Larry. What are those doubts?
I think he's ADHD or something. You know what I mean? He doesn't listen. He's rambunctious.
He's a little boy.
And I hope he grows out of it someday. But I believe he's ADHD. Doesn't run in my family.
How do you
doesn't
know
run
that?
In her family.
This poor guy let a stranger rent a room, but the man mysteriously vanished after 5 days, right before his girlfriend, Ms. Pence, also disappeared overnight.
Mr. Patrick, you say 5 years ago you made a huge mistake by opening your doors to a stranger who needed a place to stay because that man betrayed you and slept with your girlfriend, Ms. Pence.
We had wanted to purchase another home. We met the gentleman, helped pay the bills and stuff. 5 or 6 days, he up and moved out. And I questioned her. I said, wonder why he just up and left. Is it because me and you argue a lot?
She returned the next morning with her hair as a wreck, looking like she went through a hurricane, and then immediately confessed she did sleep with their former roommate.
Well, she doesn't show up until the next day, about 10:30 in the morning.
Really?
And her hair's a wreck. Looked like she went through a hurricane or something.
Miss Pence, you got missing overnight?
I did.
Why was you gone all night? You know what I mean? What'd you do? Who was you with?
And what was her response?
She just was talking in circles, basically.
I confessed, Your Honor, at that time.
What did you tell him, Miss Pence?
I had told him that I had slept with a gentleman that had been staying with us.
Her absolutely wild excuse for cheating? Mr. Patrick kept accusing her of it, so she decided to make his paranoid nightmare a reality.
I kind of went looking for him. Larry had continuously, from day one, accused me of cheating constantly. I had never slept with anyone else before that night. I had constantly, it has nothing to do with that. I never slept with anyone before that, never. You constantly accused me of it, and I kept telling you, you're gonna keep pushing, and it's gonna happen.
But where is this mystery roommate now? Ms. Pence conveniently claims she has no idea where he is and hasn't spoken to him once since their alleged one-night stand.
Do you know where to find him if he is the father?
No, Your Honor, I don't. I've never spoke with the guy after that night.
Never kept in touch with him after that night?
No, Your Honor. I couldn't tell you where he is right now.
The conception window is a complete disaster. She admits she slept with the other man on October 29th, then with her actual boyfriend, Mr. Patrick, just 5 days later.
A 5-day window between what?
From the date that she had slept with the other man.
Let's clear it. Miss Pence, which day did you sleep with the other man?
October 29th was the date that I had slept.
Oh, yeah, we need to have that circle on the calendar as well.
I slept with the other gentleman on October 29th, 4 days later.
So that is just a 5-day window.
His other bizarre proof that one of the twins isn't his? The little boy is rambunctious, and ADHD doesn't run in my family.
Mr. Patrick, in your court papers, you specify that you also had additional doubt, and they're specifically around Larry. What are those doubts?
I think he's ADHD or something. You know what I mean? He doesn't listen. He's rambunctious.
He's a little boy.
And I hope he grows out of it someday, but I believe he's ADHD or
There's
something.
nothing wrong with Larry.
And so,
doesn't run in my family.
How do you
doesn't
know
run
that?
In her family.
A psychiatrist is brought in to school him on genetics, but even after the expert science lesson, Mr. Patrick stubbornly admits it doesn't help the doubt.
But it's a much more complicated picture than that, and that's not the entire story. So sometimes we can point to one gene, sometimes it's multiple, and sometimes it's the way that the genes interact with the environment, and sometimes the genes have nothing to do with it, and it's just something that during the delivery or in that child's early childhood that can affect how they learn. And sometimes it's just the environment, like with lead poisoning, for example.
Because he suspected more betrayals, Patrick forced her to take a lie detector test. First question, was there another man besides the roommate? She said no. Deceptive.
Miss Pence, you were asked, did you have sexual intercourse with the man whom you cheated on Mr. Patrick with more than once? You said no. The lie detector determined you were being deceptive.
The courtroom is on pins and needles. Is Mr. Patrick the father of these twins, or will the lie detector prove to be the ultimate, devastating truth teller?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Patrick, you are the father.
I told you. Mother, I told you.
Girl, she messaged me basically saying that, you know, they was talking, he was her boyfriend as well. He didn't know me. I'm just
So you got a message out of the blue from another woman. And it says, he told me you were his ex and that you were pregnant, but you're and didn't know who the dad was.
Yes, ma'am.
This isn't his first reality TV rodeo. Mr. Silva from Love and Hip Hop is now in paternity court because he doubts he's the father of baby legend.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Silva, you were involved in a paternity case on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in support of your sister who took a DNA test to prove paternity of her child. You now stand here in court with your own case because you say there is absolutely no way you are the biological father of the plaintiff's son.
His absolutely unhinged philosophy on relationships. Mr. Silva declares it's okay for men to cheat because God created men to conquer, but women absolutely cannot.
I grew up loving women, loving sex.
You grew up loving sex.
To me, I always felt like it was okay for men to go out, have sex, and, you know, cheat, come home to their family, and women can't go out, have sex, and, you know, come home, and especially with a baby.
Judge Lake was not having it, shutting down his bizarre theory by hilariously asking, "What are we on? Game of Thrones?"
You aren't the only man that feels like that.
Well, Your Honor,
Feels like that.
God created men to conquer, to overrule, and women cannot empower men.
What are we on, Game of Thrones?
You see what I did?
His doubt first ignited when he caught her texting her ex. He snooped on her phone only to find she had changed her password and locked him out.
Your Honor, we were broken up for 4 weeks, Your Honor. I caught her texting her ex. I caught them texting multiple times. She claims they're just friends. One day, I just decided to try to go in her phone, and she changed her password on me. She was in the bathroom when I was trying to get in there, and I typed it in wrong, so I tried 2-3 more times until it locked me out. So when she finally got out of the bathroom, I was like, so you're seeing your ex and you changed your password. What you gotta hide?
But she fires back with a jaw-dropping bombshell. Other women text her phone talking about our boyfriend. Is this man living a triple life?
And that's exactly.
But my whole thing is like, why do you keep asking me what I have to hide when every single time I turn around, it's another female texting my phone like, oh, I was just dating I was just dating your boyfriend. Your boyfriend is my boyfriend, our boyfriend. Like, what you mean?
Wait, what?
Boyfriend.
While they were broken up for a month, he saw her on Snapchat, turning up, getting lit with men. So how could he possibly believe the baby is his?
Mr. Silva, how long were you broken up before she told you she was pregnant?
Was broken up for about 3-4 weeks, a month, and I didn't hear from her. So at the time, she gets booked to model and promote events. That's what she loved doing. So on her Snapchat, she's turning up, getting lit with men, drinking, smoking. So how do you expect me to believe that you've been gone for 3-4 weeks?
He claims he felt totally pressured by her whole family to sign the birth certificate right there in the hospital, even with all his doubts swirling.
Nothing but her family was there. I was by myself. I came in. As soon as the legend was born, the doctor came in the room straight to me and gave me the paper. I didn't want to make her look bad. So
you signed the birth certificate?
Yes. I felt pressure to sign this.
And if you start talking about DNA tests and not signing birth certificates, it sheds a negative light on her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then she comes with the ultimate receipts. Another woman messaged her, exposing text where Mr. Silva told this other girl that Reeves was pregnant but didn't know who the dad was.
Girl, she messaged me basically saying that, they was talking, he was her boyfriend as well. He didn't know me. I'm just
So you got a message out of the blue from another woman. And it says, he told me you were his ex and that you were pregnant, but and didn't know who the dad was.
Yes, ma'am.
His pathetic excuse for trashing her to another woman he was seeing? Oh, he was just being grimy because he thought she was playing him.
Did you tell this woman that she was pregnant, but she didn't know who the father of her child was?
Your Honor, I told her that she was pregnant, and I told her that she wasn't pregnant by me, but the whole thing, I just said that out of, just being grimy.
His final heartless ultimatum is laid bare. I want this child to be mine. But if he's not, then she gotta kick rocks. She gotta go.
I want this child to be mine, and I really, hoping that the results saying that I'm his father, because if he's not, then she gotta kick rocks, she gotta go. I can't look at her the same, I can't respect her.
Judge Lake holds the envelope. Will this hypocritical king be proven a father after all, or is his girlfriend about to kick rocks out of his life for good?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Silva, you are the father.
I was working. I was tired.
No, he wasn't worried about my pregnancy because he was busy getting someone else pregnant.
I was working.
So wait a minute. At the time Miss Kingsbury was pregnant, you had someone else pregnant as well?
Well, yeah, you can say that.
So you wasn't sleeping too much.
Ms. Kingsbury says they plan to have baby Chance together, but now Mr. James, her supposed first love, is completely denying his own son.
Miss Kingsbury, you say you were in a romantic relationship with the defendant, Mr. James, planned to have a child together, but when your 11-month-old son Chance was born, Mr. James turned on you and began to deny paternity.
Well, me and Mr. James, we plan to have our son. Well, plan to have a child together. So that's what hurts me.
His big defense? Undeniable medical evidence. But he also casually admits he was never actually in love with her, just thought she was a very nice woman to have a baby with.
Mr. James, you say you had stopped all intimate relations with Miss Kingsbury during the window of conception. You say you can prove this is not your child with undeniable medical evidence.
The trust was shattered after she told one little lie about getting a ride from a male customer. This single lie then spiraled into wild rumors of her hopping out of cars with other men.
we had an incident about me lying about something. That's when he stopped, I guess, wanting to be serious with me.
You're right.
That's when all the, I lied about a way that I got to work. I didn't tell him who took me. I lied about, I told him that it was my sister who took me, but it was a customer of mine. I asked him if he can give me a ride to work.
Jaw-dropping bombshell. While Ms. Kingsbury was pregnant with their supposedly planned baby, Mr. James was out getting another woman pregnant at the exact same time.
I was working. I was tired.
No, he wasn't worried about my pregnancy.
At the moment in
he was
time,
busy getting someone else pregnant.
I was working.
At the time Miss Kingsbury was pregnant, you had someone else pregnant as well?
Well, yeah, you can say that.
So you wasn't sleeping too much.
And how did she find out about the other baby mama? He chased her down the street in his car after a fight and just screamed out the window, "That's why I got someone else pregnant."
But I wasn't talking to her at that time either, though.
Yes, he was.
At the
he
point?
moved on after pregnant.
Yelling out.
I stayed at his house the night before. That morning when we got up, me about diabetes, I'm a diabetic. Traded, and I walked out his house, and I walked to my house. He jumped in his car and proceeded to follow behind me and yelled out the window, "That's why I got someone else pregnant."
Despite all that unbelievable drama and him having another pregnant lover on the side, Mr. James was still there for Chance's birth and signed the birth certificate.
Were you at the hospital? Did you participate in the birth?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, I right there when he was born.
He was.
But not her C-section, but when he was there, I was holding him. I seen him pee-pee.
He signed the birth certificate. He signed the birth certificate and everything. He did.
Because I thought
my son has his last name.
His undeniable medical evidence is finally revealed. Baby Chance was born with the sickle cell trait, which Mr. James arrogantly insists no one in his family has.
Even though I had my doubts, as a person, I believe in God, whatever like that. I believe as a man,
the doubt is
responsibility. I think when he was like 2 months, the sickle cell trait.
Okay, Chance was born with the sickle cell trait.
Yes.
The sickle cell.
Now, let's talk about some evidence.
When I heard about the sickle cell trait, I did my research with that trait. I had to be a carrier, or somebody on my side had to be a carrier. I don't have it, my mother don't have it.
How do you know you?
But wait, under questioning, Mr. James admits he's never actually been tested for the trait himself. He just assumes he doesn't have it because he's never felt sick.
Don't have it.
Because the doctor never said I had that type of trait, even though.
Have you ever gone in and been tested specifically?
Not specifically. If I don't have it, if my mother don't have it, my dad don't have it. So somebody on her side of the family gotta have it.
I don't have it and my daughter don't have it.
A real medical expert is brought into the courtroom who schools him on basic genetics. Anyone can be a silent carrier. His entire medical evidence theory is on very shaky ground.
The genes for sickle cell disease are very simple. You get a gene for hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the red stuff in the red blood cell, and that's sickle cell disease is a problem with hemoglobin. So you get a gene for hemoglobin on the sperm from the father, and you get a gene for hemoglobin from the egg on the mother, okay? Absolutely, one of them has to have sickle cell trait in order for the baby to have sickle cell trait.
Judge Lake holds the envelope. Is Mr. James the father despite his medical evidence, or is his girlfriend about to be told to kick rocks for good?
It has been determined by this court. So James, you are the father. Mr. Pouchot, you are what relation to Mr. Pouchot?
He's
the
my
defendant?
husband.
He is your husband?
Yes, ma'am, I have proof of that.
Ms. Anthony is livid, claiming her ex, Mr. Porcio, has done not a damn thing for their baby. He says it's only because she told him the baby wasn't his.
So, Ms. Anthony, what has Mr. Pouchot done for your child?
Not a damn thing, Your Honor.
Her absolutely wild excuse for lying about paternity? She claims he was in a bad place partying, so she thought it was best for my child to say he wasn't the dad.
I did tell him that the child was not his, but Your Honor, he was not in a very good place in his life. He was partying, and I was partying too, but once I found out I was pregnant, I put all those things aside and did what I had to.
But he says she told him her ex-boyfriend was the father and that she was pregnant before they even met. Who is telling the truth in this convoluted mess?
But she told me that I wasn't the father.
Later on, I did tell her you wasn't the father.
Her ex-boyfriend was the father, that she was pregnant before she met me.
Their relationship was just a party relationship, but after 25 minutes of pleasure, she says, he vanished, and she's been buying every single diaper ever since.
We had mainly a party relationship, to be honest with you. Like, that's what our relationship consisted of. Neither one of us were ready to be in a relationship nor have a child.
Were you using protection?
No, Your Honor, we were not. And he was there, so that's why I'm mainly upset. You were there for the 25 minutes of pleasure. Well, it's been 9 months, and I bought every diaper.
Plot twist of the century. She didn't just cheat on him. He cheated on her with his now husband. This is a truly messy modern love triangle.
How did this relationship end, Miss Anthony?
He cheated on me with his spouse now. That is how that happened.
Actually,
And he begged me to
I cheated
stay,
on my
and I
spouse with you.
Surprise witness. Mr. Porcio's husband, Michael, dramatically takes the stand. What bombshells is he about to drop on his husband's ex-lover?
Mr. Pouchot, you are what relation to Mr. Pouchot?
He's my husband.
He is your husband?
Yes, ma'am. I have proof of that.
The husband's damning testimony is a showstopper. He says Ms. Anthony told him to his face, "The baby is not Harold's. This baby belongs to my ex-boyfriend."
I wasn't there, obviously, when they did what they did, but I was told from Miss Anthony herself. My husband had gone away for a couple months. I was holding down things at home. I was holding him down where he was. That is the point where Miss Anthony told me to my face, "The baby is not Harold's. I have nothing to worry about. I am not going to pursue this. This baby belongs to my ex-boyfriend."
But wait, there was another man at the hospital who actually signed the birth certificate, who Ms. Anthony tried to convince was the father before he bailed.
So he wasn't present for the birth?
No, he was not, and I feel wrong. I stripped him of that, and that was wrong.
The man that was present for the birth signed the birth certificate.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's who I was told was the father.
And
so there was another man at the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he think Matthew was his child?
No, ma'am. He knew the whole time that he was not the father.
That's not what he was posting on Facebook.
The ultimate chaotic confession. The husband accuses her of having a three-way right after her relationship with Harold ended. She calmly admits, "Yep, you're right, that did happen."
But you cannot take away from the fact that you have openly declared to people that
You're right.
he may not be Harold's child. You have also declared to other people of your sexual trysts before Harold and
Trysts?
after, to include a three-way right after your relationship with my husband.
You're right. Yeah, that did happen.
Boom.
In a heartbreaking turn, Mr. Porcio reveals he was raised in over 40 foster homes and doesn't want his son to ever feel the abandonment he did.
I was raised in foster care. I'm not a dirtbag, and I don't want him to see me as one if he is my child. I've been in over 40 different foster homes. I've been in and out of the system. I don't want that for him. He doesn't deserve that. He didn't ask to be brought into this world.
Judge Lake has the envelope that will change everyone's lives. Will Mr. Porcio be proven the dad, or will his husband get the last laugh in this unbelievable saga?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Pouchot, you are the father.
My father has had numerous of women say that their children was his, and this came to find out that it wasn't true. And back when I was 8, he was working at the sub shop with her. I remember him working there because I distinctly remember getting my ears pierced at 8 years old. And I remember him around in the middle of 93, close to 94, leaving the sub shop.
This adult daughter, Kalina, is hauling her own mother into court. She's accusing her of decades of paternity fraud and is desperate to finally know her real dad.
Ms. Bowman, you've dragged your daughter, Kalina, to court to save your relationship. You admit after years of deception and confusion, you now must prove to her that her actual biological father is Mr. James Stewart, who passed away 18 years ago.
In a truly stunning opening, the mother, Angela, casually admits her own daughters are manipulators, just like me, liars, just like me.
It got to where I found out there was somebody else. I decided to break part from him and move to another job. I needed to get away from him. So I started talking to Mr. Watson. Then I found out after being with him for a while that I was pregnant. And I told Mr. Watson that there was a possibility that it wasn't.
The first epic lie is exposed. Mom Angela told Kalina for 16 years that a man named Mr. Watson was her dad, until a real DNA test proved it was all a scam.
And I was confused because all these years you told me that Mr. Watson was my father. And when I read them, it said that Mr. Watson wasn't my father. And I broke down. And I was just hurt. Why she lied to me for 16 years. I didn't know what to do, so I stopped talking to her for a month and a half.
How did that lie finally unravel? Mr. Watson's new wife furiously told him, "That's your child, you go get them." So he literally stormed over and took Kalina from her mother's house.
At the time, Kalina had just came over to my house. She had just moved in with me. I happened to go to work one day, and Mr. Watson had recently got married. And his wife, she told him, "That's your child, you go get him." So he literally walked up in my house, and yes, he did come in there and take her. I wasn't there.
But how did Mom Angela trick Mr. Watson into believing he was the dad for so long? His own mother takes the stand with the ultimate receipt, a fake DNA letter. Angela typed up herself.
She put a letter in my mailbox with a piece of paper saying that James Stewart was not her father. I got a long letter about how my son, Kalina, her feet, his heels, and her... And Kay was born in January. She gave me the letter in February.
This is a letter from February 27th, 1996.
Busted. Under oath, Mom Angela shamelessly admits, yes ma'am, this letter is just a lie. She completely fabricated DNA results to trap Mr. Watson.
Did you put this letter in Miss Watson's mailbox, Miss Bowman?
Yes, I did.
And the letter
I
too.
did it because at the time, Mr. Watson, when I got back in a relationship with him, we sat there, we talked and everything. It was all discussed out. It was discussed that Kalina was his daughter.
So you just created this. This letter is just a lie.
Yes, ma'am.
Her pathetic reason for committing this epic fraud? She was in love with Mr. Watson and wanted him to believe Kalina was his so that you could hold on to him.
I did it because I was actually in love with Mr. Watson. And it was, I wanted a child, this is my child. And I lost contact with Mr. Stewart, so I left it alone.
The truth is, you wanted to be with Mr. Watson.
Yes.
You loved him. So you wanted him to think that Kalina was his child so that you could hold on to him.
Yes.
The late Mr. Stewart's son is in court to defend his dad's name. He says his dad quit his job with Angela a full year before Kalina was even conceived.
My father has had numerous of women say that their children was his, and this came to find out that it wasn't true. Back when I was 8, he was working at the sub shop with her. I remember him working there because I distinctly remember getting my ears pierced at 8 years old.
And that was in 1993.
93. And I remember him around in the middle of 93, close to 94, leaving the sub shop.
The courtroom is on edge. Is Kalina about to find her father's family? Or will she be left fatherless yet again by her mother's endless, cruel deceptions?
It has been determined by this court that James Stewart and Kalina Bowman are related. We wanted to help you understand whether knock-knees are truly hereditary, if this could be any indication as to whether or not Mr. Irvin is or is not Joaquim's biological father. So we are calling on a medical expert. Jerome, can you please escort Dr. Eddie Richardson into the courtroom?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ms. Funzie is furious her boyfriend of 7 years, Mr. Irvin, is denying their planned third baby. She's blaming his meddling sister for all the drama.
Ms. Funzie, you have opened your case to save your family. You are here to prove your 1-month-old baby, Joaquim Irvin, is your boyfriend, Mr. Irvin's biological son. You say you and Mr. Irvin have 2 other children, and you plan to have this third child. You blame his sister for stirring up his ridiculous doubt.
How did this all start? In a 4 a.m. fit of rage and insomnia, he snooped through her phone and discovered she'd spent the night with another guy.
How did you find out she cheated?
One day I couldn't sleep, so here it is 4 in the morning. I seen her sleeping and her phone was right beside her. Some told me to just go through her phone. So I found out that she spent the night at her friend's house with this other guy.
She admits to a one-time revenge hookup because he cheated first. She swears up and down she used protection, but is she telling the whole truth?
You said you cheated. How did you end up cheating?
I cheated the night of my friend's dinner because I had wanted to get revenge for him cheating on me. And then once I talked to the guy and I hooked up with him the night of my friend's dinner, and we had used protection, and I had sex with him one time.
His doubt explodes after seeing the ultrasound paperwork. He and his sister claim Ms. Funzie scribbled over the conception date to hide how many weeks she really was.
When we went to the mobile ultrasound, I wanted to see how many weeks she was, and when she came out with the paper, I couldn't understand the number of how many weeks she was.
Saw the lady hand me the paper off the bus. You parked right out, saw her hand me the paper.
I didn't know if she was pregnant by me or someone else, so I just let it go.
It was simple. I didn't write nothing. That's not my handwriting. The lady's signature on there.
Her bizarre scientific proof that he's the dad? She hysterically claims baby Joaquim has knock knees, just like Mr. Irvin and their other 2 kids.
Do you have any doubt?
No, I don't have any doubt because they look alike. They all have knock knees just like Jordan.
You even submitted evidence to the court, right, about the knock knees. You feel like they got the same? All the other kids, they say they all got the same knees and the same body shape, and you say Joaquim got the same thing.
Yes, Your Honor.
A real medical expert is brought into the courtroom and completely destroys her knock-knee theory, confirming it's just a normal part of child development.
Yes, knock knees, it is when the knees point in toward each other, and more technically, when someone stands straight up and there's about a 3-inch gap between their ankles, and they can't put their legs together, but the knees are together. Kids go through this as they're born. They actually can have bow leg and then go into knock knees, and then they straighten up by the time they're 6 to 8 years old.
The bombshell letter. The court reads a shocking statement from the other man. who says they had relations 3 to 4 times with no condom in Irvin's own car.
We eventually got each other's phone numbers and started texting. She told me about the things that was going on between her and Jordan. We had sex in Jordan's car. Did use protection.
A fake page. That's Jordan.
Why is you lying to me?
Jordan, I'm not lying to you.
If this not my baby, I'm through with this relationship.
That's fine.
Caught in a web of lies. After swearing it was just a one-night stand, Ms. Funzie is forced to admit on the stand that it was actually more than one time.
Ms. Funzie, is there something that you just need to tell the court and be honest about?
It's gonna tell the truth.
So was it just a one-night stand?
No.
Or did you have sex with this other man more than one time?
Yes, Your Honor.
It was more than one time, or it was a one-night stand?
It was more than one time.
You go get it. You lied.
Mr. Irvin's sister has a complete breakdown in court, sobbing at Ms. Funzie. Just be honest. Hey, I messed up. That's it.
I saw you, Miss Irvin, you started to cry. What made you so upset?
Because they've been together for so long. Just be honest. Hey, I messed up. That's it. It's up to Jordan to accept it, whether it's his child or not. Your name on the birth certificate, why not? I ain't gonna question her motherhood. She a good mother to her children.
Judge Lake delivers an epic lecture on intimate revenge, telling Ms. Funzie, we women, we lose that game because we end up pregnant.
Miss Funzie, we lose that game. We lose that. I don't understand when women are gonna ever get this. We need a Facebook post about this. Tit for tat, sexual revenge. We don't win that game. And we do this tit for tat thing and we lose because we end up pregnant.
Judge Lake has the envelope that will settle this cheating chaos. Is Mr. Irvin the father, or will his 4 a.m. phone snooping be spectacularly vindicated?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Winfield.
I know what I told you. I knew it wasn't his baby.
Hold on.
Went to the hospital.
I am ready to hear from Mr. Santavius Knight myself. Jerome, please escort him into the courtroom.
Hold on.
Mr. Jordan claims Ms. Heim totally tricked him into signing the birth certificate, even brazenly lying that the other potential dad already took a DNA test that came back negative.
Mr. Jordan, you claim the defendant tricked you into signing her daughter's birth certificate and being a daddy. But 2 years later, you were told that another man is her biological father. You opened your case because you want DNA proof you are not the father so you can get your name removed from the birth certificate.
Ms. Heim casually admits she slept with another man, one time, right when the baby could have been made, but then ridiculously insists she magically just knows Mr. Jordan is the father.
He's a great father, and I only had sex with one man when we were together. I had sex with him one time, but we've been messing around for 7 years, and I never became pregnant. I met Chris, and all of a sudden I came pregnant. But I know that Chris is the father.
But how if you had sex with the other guy?
He's the
The truth bomb finally dropped when a family member, in the middle of a screaming match, viciously blurted out to Mr. Jordan, "Why you ain't told Chris that he's not Caitlin's dad?"
This is where it goes wrong. Her and the family member gets into like an altercation or whatnot, like an argument. It wasn't even an altercation, an argument. And it was like they started like throwing dirt on each other, you know what I mean? So she said something about this family member's in front of this family member's boyfriend or whatever. So the family member turned around and was like, well, why you ain't told Chris that he's not Caitlin's dad?
Then came the damning proof. Shocking photos of the other guy, Santavius Knight, cuddling baby Caitlin, topped off with his bold social media post, "Me and my baby Kate."
You can say whatever, but as she was saying it, she pulls out the phone and she started showing me I could pull it up. I ain't gotta lie. It's what the family member tells me. And I'm like, that of the other guy and my daughter, you know what I'm saying, like having moments together or.
So this is another one posted up, and this is from Santavius Knight, and it reads, "Me and my baby Kate."
Ms. Heim's pathetic excuse for Caitlin being on the other man's lap? Messy family members during weekend drop-offs, before she reluctantly admits she took her there that one time.
So what was Caitlin doing on his lap?
My family members are messy, so when I drop her off on the weekend, I don't know what they do.
Your Honor, I object. My thing is, what your family members got to do with my daughter on another man's lap?
Did you take her over there?
That time I did on that couch.
Surprise. The other potential dad, Mr. Knight, confidently struts into the courtroom, ready to declare to everyone that he believes little Caitlin is his baby.
I am ready to hear from Mr. Santavius Knight myself. Jerome, please escort him into the courtroom.
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished.
Mr. Knight then unleashes another bombshell. Ms. Heim allegedly told him, "It's not Chris, you touch me, and I get pregnant," and even promised to fix the birth certificate later.
She told me when she got pregnant, she like, "I'm pregnant." I'm like, "What you telling me for?" She like, "Well, it's not Chris, because me and Chris been together a year and a half, and we ain't got pregnant. Soon you touch me, I get pregnant."
No, he's lying.
She told me that it was my baby. She said, "I'm pregnant." I said, "What you telling me for?" She said, "Cause it's yours. Telling me I love you when you get home. I let somebody else sign the birth certificate. I'm gonna fix it when you get home. Did it and third." I'm like, "Okay, say no more."
Busted again. Both Mr. Jordan and Mr. Knight reveal Ms. Heim tried to get them each to come over to her house just a month ago, cause her new dude tripping.
Through your family members?
That's a lie. She just tried to get me to come over a month ago. They tried to get me over to come smash that a month ago.
You said she just tried to get you to come over a month ago?
To her house.
Told me that
Yes,
same
Mr.
thing too, Your Honor.
How I know
A
where you
month ago.
stay at?
What did she say?
Hey, I need somebody to come over here and stay with me because you know my new dude tripping and yada, yada, yada.
Exactly.
Now, for real.
After Judge Lake furiously calls out her constant smirking and pathological lies, Ms. Heim finally cracks, tearfully admitting she didn't grow up with her own dad.
Did you grow up with your dad?
Mm-mm.
You just fine. I wasn't gonna let you stand up here and have a smirk on your face like this was a game. Because you're the mother of a beautiful little girl and you know she deserves more, and now why you know she deserves more is because you also deserve more and you didn't get it.
Judge Lake has the fateful envelope. Is Caitlin's father Mr. Jordan, the man who lovingly raised her, or Mr. Knight, the other lover she kept on the side?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Jordan.
I can tell you how big his winker is. It's pretty small.
No, it's not. I could tell you plenty of times.
It's about that
I've known
big.
him for 7 years.
It's
no,
about that
definitely
big.
not. Definitely not. And don't you dare tell him about his penis.
Mr. Webb's truly wild defense is one for the ages. He swears he's not the father of baby Majestic because he never had intimacy with her, Your Honor.
Mr. Webb, how can you be so certain you are not this child's biological father?
I never had sex with her, Your Honor.
Well, that would rule you out.
She fires back that he's a liar, claiming he stayed with her for 2 months and they definitely hooked up after a long night of partying.
I know for a fact the dates line up, and I know he stayed with me for 2 months, and he slept in my bed with me for 1 night, and we had sex April 11th.
His version of events? He only stayed for a week, slept on the couch, and says the most intimate they ever got was taking a forced bathroom selfie together.
You were never intimate with her in any way.
I never stayed in her bedroom. I stayed out on the couch.
That's a lie.
And on top of that, I was only there for a week and a week and a half.
He ain't like that.
Your
You'll
Honor,
see.
the worst that we've ever done is take a picture, and she was already in the bathroom. She had called me in there. When I walked in the bathroom, she said cheese and took a picture before I could even say anything.
But wait, the girlfriend Aubriana takes the stand and says Ms. Cole actually called her to brag that she was sleeping with him. Who is lying in this mess?
I've known him for 7 years, and he is not like that at all. And you
Yeah,
called
he
me,
does.
and you called me with his friend telling me that he was there 3 weeks and you guys were having sex and blah, blah, blah. At first, I did believe that.
Then comes the ultimate bombshell. Ms. Cole finally admits there is another possible father in the picture, so her 100% certain claim was a total lie.
I've been trying to figure out
There's
the
one
last
reason
year.
why I'm here. Her to dad know is. for sure he's the dad, because I did have another partner. It was a month.
The girlfriend gets absolutely savage, declaring that baby is white. He is dark. Ms. Cole weakly defends that she's part Puerto Rican, but is this a clue?
Look, she looks just like him.
That baby's white. He is dark.
I'm sorry, but I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Ms. Cole's story completely unravels. She was for certain that the other guy was the dad, until her due date mysteriously changed by a whole month.
I was for certain that the other guy was the dad until my due date got changed a month ahead, which would make him the dad. It went from February 22nd to January 28th.
His girlfriend absolutely loses it, jumping to her man's defense and screaming, "No, it's not, definitely not," defending his honor and his size to the entire courtroom.
I can tell you how big his winker is. It's pretty small.
No, it's not. I could tell you plenty of times.
It's about
I've
that
known
big.
him for 7 years.
It's
no,
about that
definitely
big.
not. Definitely not. And don't you dare tell him about his penis.
Judge Lake has the envelope. Will Mr. Webb's "we never did it" defense hold up, or is he about to be confirmed as the father with the allegedly small winker?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Webb, you are not her father.
Oh! Yeah, you're crazy. You need to go to a mental hospital.
Now give me the dates now.
Josiah's birthday is August 18 of 2015. Me and my ex stopped dating a week before Thanksgiving of 2015, which was the 23rd through the 29th.
You with Mr. Cherry?
Yes.
And then you were with the ex
the week before Thanksgiving.
So that's the 16th through the 22nd. Well, that's too close for comfort.
This toxic 9-year relationship has finally imploded. He denies their third child, Josiah, claiming their entire history is built on straight lies.
Ms. Walton, you say your 9-year relationship, your high school love is in jeopardy because he denies fathering your 1-year-old son, Josiah. Cherry, you really have doubt.
Yes, I do. I do have doubts because throughout our relationship, it's been just straight lies, you know? So I just want to be here to let her know that everything that's been going on in our relationship is just lies.
Their relationship philosophy is a complete disaster. She proudly declares, he cheated, I cheated. If he lied, I lied. Do unto others as you want unto you.
So you said you did what you wanted to do and she did what she wanted to do. Does that mean you all were dating other people and seeing other people?
If he cheated, I cheated. If he lied, I lied. Do unto others as you want done to you.
It was pretty much fighting fire with fire.
So you all were in a tit for tat.
He cheated first.
The conception timeline is an absolute mess. She admits she broke up with her other ex just 1 week before her romantic Thanksgiving Day hookup with Mr. Cherry.
2013, I had met my ex, and we were together up until the week before Thanksgiving of 2014. I didn't get conceived with Josiah until the week of Thanksgiving. We ended up having sex. That's when my son was conceived. But when my son was conceived, I had stopped messing with my ex a week before. So ain't no possibility that that is
her truly wild defense for the overlap. She claims she used protection with the ex, but not with Mr. Cherry, because if she uses one with him, then she's questioning him.
Were you and your ex using protection, Miss Walton?
Yes. Now, with Mr. Cherry, I don't use protection. I don't think I need to. If I do, I'm questioning him. But for my ex, I did use protection, so it's no possibility that Josiah is his son.
The calendar of chaos proves the conception window for Josiah overlaps with both men. Judge Lake declares the timeline is just too close for comfort.
Josiah's birthday is August 18 of 2015. Me and my ex stopped dating a week before Thanksgiving of 2015, which was the 23rd through the 29th.
You with Mr. Cherry?
Yes.
And then you were with the ex
the week before Thanksgiving.
So that's the 16th through the 22nd. Well, that's too close for comfort.
His bombshell evidence is insane. He snooped on her friend's Facebook and found frantic messages from 2 a.m. of her friend telling the other guy, "Come get me," from his place.
The late night pickups. I'm at home with the kids. This is what I get. She's coming home, and these are the messages that I have. It's 1:55 in the morning. When I come home, she's supposed to be there, but she's not. But I'm at the house with the kids. This is from her friend's Facebook account.
And then it said 1:55 a.m. come get me. 1:57, where you at? 1:59, come pick me up.
From his place.
From his place.
Yes.
She shamelessly admits it was her at another man's house at 2 a.m. Her pathetic excuse? Why should I be faithful to somebody that's not faithful to me?
Ms. Walton, where is his place?
Probably at his house. And at that time, he was cheating too. So why should I be faithful to somebody that's not faithful neither, Jan?
Despite his intense, swirling doubts, he was there for the birth, cut the umbilical cord, and even signed the birth certificate because he felt it was his responsibility.
If it wasn't his son, why sign the birth certificate? Why be there? Why cut the umbilical cord? Why leave my son on to that being your son and then...
So wait, he cut the umbilical cord?
Yes, ma'am.
I cut the umbilical cord. I was there at the hospital. I was there through all the pregnancies.
I was through there through OBGYN, all that.
I was there. Throughout the whole 9, I was there.
Her final, absolutely shocking threat before the results are even read: when he starts cheating, I'll probably call him the ex back. This toxic cycle will never end.
Are you still in touch with the ex, Miss Walton?
No, he's out of sight, out of mind, Yana.
What does that mean?
When he starts cheating, I'll probably call him back.
Judge Lake has the envelope that will settle this high school sweetheart disaster. Is Mr. Cherry the father, or was Ms. Walton's revenge more successful than she thought?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Cherry, you are the father.